Every so often, a question is muttered out into the universe, and it changes the course of human history. I myself accidentally asked one of these questions to a group of my friends without really realizing just how powerful and polarizing it was. And that question was, how do you wipe your ass? Now stay with me, hold on. I'm not exaggerating at all when I say that when I ask my friends, like, how do you wipe your ass? There was like a group of 7 people. None of them did it the same way. There were things that were similar, but no one had the same routine. Everyone in the group was continuously blown away. Every time someone got up and said like, yeah, this is how I do it, we're like, what? There was things that I don't even know that are possible. One of my friends told me that before he takes a shit, he throws a bunch of toilet paper in the toilet and then shits on it like he's shitting on a little toilet paper bird nest. And that's when I realized, like, if they're blown away by how I do it, and I'm kind of blown away by how they do it, then what is the proper way? What is the most popular way? We don't really get lessons on how to wipe our own ass. Like our parents, potty time when you're a baby, they say, okay, you got to go to the toilet and do that, and they wipe your ass, but we don't remember. We're so young. Once I turned a certain age, my dad was like, wipe. That was it. Like once he was doing it, and then one day he wasn't doing it. But he didn't try to like teach me how. I just did it what felt right at the time. So I was freaking out. I simply just could not move on with my life without knowing the correct way to wipe your ass. So we ran an actual case study, and I hired a scientist who looks like me and has the same exact name as me to present you with our findings. Take it away, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Listen up, fuckers. Today you're going to figure out exactly where you stand in society because we surveyed over 11,000 people to better understand post-bowel movement hygiene trends. Some of you dick whistles wipe your asses in ways that I didn't even know were possible. And frankly, I don't know how your rim hasn't fallen off yet. All right, so there are 4 pillars to wiping your ass. The first, motherfucker, do you sit or do you stand? I drew that. If you're asking me, I am a sitter, okay? There's no reason to stand up. I'm not using the extra muscle. Not only that, but I feel like if I stand, my butthole closes, my cheeks, they close in on each other, and I would be making a little shit sandwich. So I don't know why anyone would stand. But let's see what the data says. These fucking gloves. We found that 82% of people sit when they are wiping after a shit. 18 of you idiots are standing up. Why would you stand when you could sit? All you gotta do is lean. If anything, it opens up the runway. You understand what I'm saying? If you're standing, you're closing the gates. So if you're out there and you're standing, you're in the minority, okay? Next, we have toilet paper style, okay? You got folding and you got crumpling. This is what that looks like. This is what this looks like, okay? Again, if you're gonna ask old Joey here what he does, I like to crumple, okay? I like to get a little messy. I like to put it up into a ball, and then I go crazy in my asshole like that. Who has time to do a little origami when you're taking a shit? Not me. But the data says 66% of you 11,000 people that we polled are folders, and only 34% of us are crumps. This is shocking to me because this is just more efficient. This is more time efficient. If I get in there, especially in a public restroom, I'm just pulling as much as I can and then balling it up and fucking, honestly, it's like a cheese grater against my asshole. It's probably not the best way to wipe your ass. I'm not even confident in that. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably better, but who has that time? Whatever. 66% of you guys are overachievers. Fuck you. Next, we have the wiping direction. Up, down, what's going on? We have back to front versus front to back. I feel like this goes without saying, but we're going to find out how many people are insane. Survey says front to back 85%, and then 15% are psychos with shit on their balls or puss. What are you doing? 15% of 11,000, get a calculator, find out how many fucking people that is. 15% of 11,000 people are wiping towards their balls and or vagina. What the hell? 85% of us smart, normal, upstanding citizens. And the last pillar of shitting, I had these goddamn gloves. The average number of wipes per slice of toilet paper. We got 1 to 2 wipes, 3 to 4 wipes, and 5+ wipes. I'm going to get to the data, but I just want to say, if you are wiping your ass with the same piece of toilet paper 5 or more times, jump off a bridge. Let's find out, though. I wouldn't be surprised. I fucking hate these gloves. All right, daddy's home. 1 to 2 wipes. 63% of us are fucking normal, okay? Because that's what I'm doing. 1 to 2 wipes per square. Then throw it away. 3 to 4, 30%? Okay, I guess you're trying to like save money on whatever. 7% of you, what the fuck are you doing? 5+ wipes on a single piece of toilet paper? 7% of 11,000? Greg, what is the math? How many people is that? 770 people just fucking beating their asshole to shreds. This is out of control, folks. It's out of control. 1 to 2 wipes is all you need, all right? Anything more than that is a massacre. So those are the main 4 pillars of ass wiping, okay? Which means that, you know, the most popular way to wipe your ass is you sit on the toilet and you lean, you fold it up like a little origami, you're wiping front to back like a normal fucking upstanding citizen, and you're going 1 to 2 wipes per toilet paper. If this is you, bravo, this is how you're supposed to do it. Minus this, I tend to crumple because I'm usually in a jam. If this is the most popular, then that means the biggest idiots on the planet are these fuckers who are standing, this I respect, back to front, 5+ wipes, 5+ wipes per fucking piece of toilet paper. We ran the numbers. 10 people actually do this. I thought it was going to be 0. This is what I did this morning. I take a shit every single day at 6:42 a.m. And I woke up and I was on the toilet and I was like, you know what? Let me do this. I stood up, I crumpled, I usually crumple, I wiped back to front, shit was on my balls, and I had to do it 5+ times. My asshole was begging me to stop. This is not ideal, folks. This is not ideal. This is not what you want to do. Trust me. You would think that finding out if people are sitting or standing or folding or crumpling would be enough, but it wasn't enough for me. Once I started down this road, I got addicted. I needed to know what other variables could possibly affect the way that people go about wiping their ass. So we started looking for age, gender, education level, how much you make a year, your income. If you think for a second that where you live, how old you are, and how much money you have doesn't affect the way that you wipe your ass, you are dead wrong, because we uncovered some fascinating things in our study, so buckle up! Welcome back. Now we're pinning men and women against each other. Classic thing to do on the internet right now. Andrew Tate's gonna love this. Men fold more than women. Okay, so we beat you guys in the folding category. 72% of men fold, only 63% of women are folding the toilet paper, which is shocking to me because you would think that women are like neater or more organized or whatever's going on, but they're mostly crumplers. And I crumple. So does that mean I'm more like a woman? So if you're one of those people who are sitting home right now and you're going, men, women, Joe, there's more than that. What about non-binary people? What can you say about them? I'll tell you about them. Fucking non-binary people, they crumple the most. 39% of the non-binary crump. Okay, compared to women, 37% of women are crumping and 28% of men are crumping. But the non-binaries, they're crumping 39% of the time. What does it mean? I don't know. I'm just giving you the data. Data. Now, like Joe was saying, we wanted to see if the amount of money that someone made every year directly correlated to any sort of trends, and we found one. What we found, to no surprise, is that rich women don't stand. If a woman's making $200,000 or more, she's standing only 3% of the time. 97% of the time, she's taking a seat. Compared to women who make less than $200,000 a year, they're fucking standing 15% of the time. Okay, so clearly there's a trend here. The women who are really rich feel like, I don't have to stand up for this, and they sit down. I want to know who the fuck this is, though. The 3% of rich women who are standing up. How did you become rich if you're such an idiot? Speaking of idiots, fucking men who wipe back to front. 38% of men with a PhD are wiping back to front like fucking idiots. But they're technically the smartest. They're doctors like me. If you're dating a doctor, there's a chance he's got shitty balls. Now, before we move on, I just want to say I'm not racist. I'm just reading data. But Asians, what are we doing, Asia? 15% of Asia who polled in the survey wipe their ass with one piece of toilet paper 5 times or more. Is there like a toilet paper shortage in Asia that I don't know about and they're just trying to like ration their toilet paper? Why? Europeans got it figured out. 6% of the time they're only wiping 5+ times. I'm surprised they probably don't even wipe their ass in Europe, but they just spray bidets in their assholes. Let's take a look at more racial shit. We got ethnicities. Black people, Asian people, Hispanics, and the whites. 80% of Hispanic people are folding when they wipe their ass. White people are crumpling more than any other ethnicity, which makes sense because I'm not going to lie. When I crumple, I probably don't do the best job. And, you know, classic white people like, oh, someone will handle this for me. You know, like, oh, my rich dad will come wipe my ass or some bullshit. Hispanics better have the highest percentage of folding because they got the spiciest food. And we've saved our most alarming piece of information for last. Here's what we found. 11%. What does that mean, 11%? I'll fucking tell you. 11% of women are wiping back to front, which means when they take a shit, they're wiping towards the vagina. Folks, I can't even begin to explain how alarming that is. The vagina, if you're familiar with it, is kind of open. You could definitely like push stuff in it, especially when you're wiping, because you don't want to have infection. So, 11% of you psychotic women out there, let me just give you an idea of what happens if you continue down this fucking dark road. You want to keep wiping back to front? Here's what's going to happen. You're going to get a UTI, burning when peeing, okay? It's going to feel like fire shooting out of your shit. Blood in the urine. You're going to pee and go, what the hell's that? Fruit punch? Blood. Pelvic pain? It's going to hurt. Constant urge to urinate. It's going to feel like you have to piss all the time, but nothing's going to come out. It's like torture. And then the last thing, parental divorce. That one I didn't see on Google, but I've had a UTI and my parents are divorced, so... Coincidence or fucking UTI shit? You tell me. This is what you're looking at, though. 11% of you psychos. Before we wrap up here, I just want to say thank you to the 11,070 people that participated in our study. We're probably going to be running even more case studies because I'm a scientist now. So go follow Joe Santagato Show on Instagram and become a part of the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, this is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you want, all right? And that is all. We'll see you guys next time.